Well, good February evening to you, and we're here at JCity Center, Doug Hancock and myself, Keith Fletcher, and we are here to share with you a Arrow News podcast for the month of February. So let's talk about what's in the news this month.
Hey, that's a great idea. We've got our Arrow News, which you can pick up all over Johnston City, and they are free.
Exactly.
And our top story of the day, always wanted to say that, top story of the day is the longtime volunteer, Roy Rogers. Now, not talking about the cowboy. We're talking about a Johnston Cityite who has spent almost 40 years videotaping school activities for Johnston City. And he has been such a help for the coaches and for the parents, making copies, couldn't think of the word, making copies so they could stack that away and then embarrass their child when he has
that's one purpose of it, yes. But it's also great to have, I'm sure, I understand it started with football games, and of course, football coaches love to look at film to see what the players did right or did wrong and, work for improvement. So that's a great service to them, but it wasn't just sports that he recorded, my understanding. It may not say so in the article, but he did other things too, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He did the high school musicals and plays that have been performed through the years. He's also done band concerts and maybe musical specials, like the one that was at our church.
Oh, yeah.
I'm hoping Roy was there and he recorded that one.
Well,
somebody
we'll have to check our archives.
Okay,
but yeah, it's been he's performed a great service as a volunteer in our community, and that's really what makes our community go around is the volunteers. Our schools couldn't live without the volunteers that serve them so well. People like Roy, and Roy also has. I met him, I think, the first time when I came back and was going to the Memorial Day services. He was always the one there, setting up the sound equipment, running the sound, playing the music. So he's faithful all around town. So it's great to recognize him, but just remember, someone is going to have to take his place now.
Yes, they are, and that's going to be big shoes to fill.
Exactly.
And let's just use the shoes as a segue, Keith.
Okay.
But now we're going to talk about little shoes.
From big shoes to little shoes.
About 57 of them, to be exact.
Oh.
The preschool children in Johnston City received a brand new pair of shoes, courtesy of one of our local establishments. It was the office of Edward Jones, and there was 4 individuals that were responsible for that. Let me read their names so I don't get them mixed up.
Okay.
It was Ashton and Sydney Stevens. There was Tanya Johnson and Laura Wilkerson. And they coordinated with the school district. And first of all, got each child's foot measurement. Then went to a local shoe store and purchased shoes. And Keith, have you bought a pair of tennis shoes lately?
Oh, no, I really hate the day when I have to replace mine. They're rather pricey.
Yes, they are. And even if they got a great deal, and I'm sure they did, here they come back with 57 shoe boxes. And can you imagine the joy on those kids' faces?
Oh, yeah. I can only imagine. It was like Christmas all over again, Christmas morning.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I'm sure those kids were so proud to wear those new shoes to school the next day.
Yeah, I bet they were.
Or maybe probably put them on and wore them home.
That's true. And shoes are such an important factor, in self-esteem. And with so many one-parent families, it gets a little tough to buy extra stuff.
Right. And I think the plans are in the future to expand this program and not just purchase shoes for the pre-K, but also kindergarten and on up. So it's going to take a lot of more support. So be watching Arrow News and, of course, listening watching social media for Edward Jones and their podcast or their posts on social media, and I'm sure you'll hear more about that in months to come. But we don't get everything in the newspaper. Unfortunately, some things kind of slip by, and we don't realize that there's some very important events coming up in the next month. And one of those that's happening this month before the next edition comes out is the fire department's annual chili supper, and that will be held on February the 22nd at the fire station. And I'll tell you what, Doug, since I've been back in Johnston City, I have not found chili that I like any better, except for my wife's. I will make that qualification.
You better.
Yeah, I better. I love her chili, but as far as a locally produced chili, for a fundraiser or whatever, I've never tasted anything better than the fire department chili.
That's great. And of course, the money goes to a good cause.
Right. They purchase a lot of their equipment with money raised through this program. And not only do you get chili, but you also can get I don't know if it's a quarter pound or a half pound, but a huge hot dog. I mean, this rivals the Costco hot dog that's so famous.
Yes.
Also very cheap. But, I mean, you really get your money's worth there. And just wonderful, friendly people. They have a silent auction. They have a gun raffle. They have all kinds of things on the periphery of this in order to supplement the fundraiser. So,
You better say the date again.
February the 22nd. That's on a Saturday, and I don't know exactly the start and end times, but I know they run it a little bit longer than some fundraisers. If they don't run out of chili, I think they maybe even go close to supper time.
Well, I think everybody out there needs to come. Let's run the firemen out of chili.
Oh yeah. Let's make sure they serve everything they've made. But speaking of organizations having fundraisers. We just found out that the Lions Club is having a fundraiser in the month of March, but we wanted to go ahead and put the word out today because this is a little bit unusual, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Found out, now the Lions Club has usually two fish fries each year to raise funds, and a lot of that money goes to their scholarship program. And I understand this year they're planning on giving away two $1,200 scholarships. So this fundraiser will help with those scholarships for Johnston City High School graduates.
Yes, it will. It'll go a long way.
Yes, it will. But something for the first time they've ever done is at this fish fry. It's at the Masonic Hall. It will be on March the 8th. It will be basically just during the lunchtime, like from 11 to 3 or something like that. And they do sometimes run out of fish. But it will be in the middle of the day on Saturday. And while they're there, the district governor from the Lions Club is going to be there with a special camera.
A special camera?
Yes, a special camera. And if you bring your child between the ages of 6 months and 6 years with this special camera, she can just take a picture of their eyes, and that software, whatever is in that camera, can determine whether there's something wrong with the eyes, an eye problem.
Whoa.
Just by taking a picture.
What a great service.
It's if they will have this free service to our community. So we want to put more in the newspaper in March about that, since it's coming up basically the first week of March. So,
and again, that's a great thing. Usually the child that has eye limitations, they don't find out till the teacher notices that they can't read the chalkboard.
Right, if they're sitting in the back of the room or whatever, they can't see what's on the board.
So this is a great thing. And
yes,
Lions Club, thank you so much for helping out.
Another group of great volunteers, and they could use your help. They have a limited number of club members, so they will accept volunteer help at the chili supper.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. One thing coming up a little sooner than that, actually, a week from tonight, we are starting a program here at the center called My Plate for My Family. It's basically a cooking class, or if you want to be real official about it, nutrition education. But it's a lot of fun. It's a fun cooking class for the whole family. It can also be for single adults who just would like to get some new recipes and learn a little bit more about it. We actually did an interview, the last podcast or last update with the director there at University of Illinois Extension office in Marion, and we'll play a little bit of that spot here before we go on to our sports. We're here with Tony K. Wright with the University of Illinois Extension Service, and they have agreed to provide nutrition education here in Johnston City. So, Tony, could you tell us how that's going to work?
Yeah, we're excited to partner with you there at the JCity Center for Hope and Renewal to provide some family nutrition education activities. So again, a great hands-on opportunity for children and their parents to learn about healthy eating, some easy ways to create some healthy recipes, being fun and interactive and even budget friendly.
What kind of activities will you be providing?
Yeah, we definitely will include some hands-on food activities, some cooking. We can bring some kitchen equipment along with us to allow families that opportunity to engage again in hands-on learning, just so they can see just exactly how easy it is to create some of our healthy recipes and then to be able to go home and do it themselves. And so this will give you the opportunity to try something new, to try something different, and to have fun with a group of community members right beside you learning together.
Meet here at JCity Center for Hope and Renewal on Tuesdays, February 18th, 25th, and March 4th from 6 to 7:30 each evening. Please register by calling 618-952-1272 or email jcitycenter@gmail.com. Feel free to call anytime and leave a message with your name and phone number, and we will sign you up. Well, tell us some things going on in our sports world right now in Johnston City.
Oh my gracious, there is a lot. The high school basketball, both the ladies and the men, are coming to a end with regionals starting in the next week or so. And the ladies are sporting a very good winning season.
Pretty good record, huh?
And we're hoping that maybe they might even win a regionals, win a regional. The guys, it's been one of those years. Those happen. We remember those even when we were in school. 8th grade, they played in their regionals also.
Right.
The boys did, and they went into the regionals on a 5-2 streak.
Okay.
But that game happened this week, so we don't know yet who. What the turnout of that is.
It's a little harder if you don't go to the games in middle school. It's a little harder to find the information out about the middle school. But you can go on jcindians.org and click on athletics, and then go down to the link that says schedule, and you can get a calendar of all the games that are going on. And I was just looking through this calendar, Doug, and
yes,
of course we have some away games tonight. We have a girls' game here on Tuesday night, junior varsity and varsity here at home. We're playing Heron. And then middle school games, we've got a couple of those tomorrow night. There's another home game. The boys are playing on Friday night, playing against Waltonville. And then toward the end of the month, after the high school goes on to the sectionals or regionals, we've got mostly middle school going on, and we have the high school the middle school boys and the middle school girls volleyball. So both of those seasons are nearing the end, and they have several games left in this month of February. So hopefully by the March issue, we'll be able to get a little bit more information about that.
Yes, and so we don't get put in a headlock. Let's also mention the wrestling team.
Oh yeah, well we've got some great things going on with the wrestling.
Yes, we do, and they are starting regionals very soon. And if you've not been to a high school wrestling match, oh gracious, it's fun watching the mothers of the wrestlers as much as it is the action on the mat.
Right.
As they contort, as they watch their precious little boys get twisted every which way but loose.
Well, the wrestling program has only been back 3 or 4 years at the high school,
Yes.
but they've done very well this year. We want to congratulate Jerry Tate and Ben Harris for qualifying to go to the sectionals. So we're grateful for that. My understanding is the team did not qualify, but those individual wrestlers did.
Yes.
So we're looking forward to seeing what the results are from that. Hopefully we'll have some more information before our press deadline, and we can get that out in the March Arrow. But congratulations to the whole wrestling team. It's made Johnston City proud. And I was talking with someone the other day, and they pointed out that our winning football team and our wrestling team, a lot of the same guys are on it, but they help one another because wrestling skills obviously help play football players.
Yes, I can attest to that on a personal level. As my son played football, of course, it's been almost 15 years ago. Oh, my goodness. But he also wrestled, and he talked about how important it was to learn balance and getting that person on your hip, because he was a lineman, and being able to manipulate or get out of the way a person that maybe outweighed him 50 to 100 pounds.
Very good. Well, not just school sports, but this is a sure sign of spring, which we could sure take some of those.
Oh, I'll take that. What do you got?
Little League signups have been going on this month. Little League signups. The schedule is in our Arrow News on the community calendar. Those signups are taking place, I believe, at Washington School, maybe some other locations. And also, I think they have an online sign-up that's going to open up toward the end of the month. So get your kids signed up, because it won't be long until they're out at Arrowhead tossing softballs and baseballs around.
I know it. Oh, that's so much fun. I remember those days.
Yep. Well, it's a big deal here in Johnston City.
It is.
And again, it's a sign of spring, and I'm kind of ready to get out of this cold weather, aren't you? I mean, we got a little snow last night, and it's just like, enough is enough. Let's go someplace warmer.
We could just go to a beach.
Wow, Doug, that was a quick trip to the beach.
Yes, it was. We flew as fast as we can, and boy, my arms are tired.
Well, we can pretend. We can pretend, can't we? We're in a warmer place. But, warm places like the beach remind me of spending time with someone you love. And, of course, Valentine's Day is coming up this weekend, Friday night. And we didn't say a whole lot about it in the newspaper, but there are a lot of places, several places around town that you can take your Valentine.
Yes, there is. Andreessen's has their annual Valentine's dinner, which is very good.
You're out of luck if you haven't already signed up for that. It's already booked up. All the reservations are gone.
I'll be eating at a place further north.
Yeah.
Where we'll be. You know what I was thinking, Keith? Between you and I, we have been sending Valentines to our girls for over 100 years.
Oh, man. Well, we're just going to have a quiet evening at home this year. Our son and daughter-in-law gave us an interesting Christmas present. It was all the ingredients to make a fancy meal, Asian style.
Ooh.
And so we're going to have a night in, and probably watch a movie or something. But it'll be a lot of fun. Valentine's Day is a time whenever you can show your love to the one you love, and it's really something we should be doing year-round.
True. And I'm jealous. We'll be spending Valentine with our 2-year-old granddaughter, Juniper, and 3 dogs.
A lot of love going around.
Oh, yes.
4-legged kind, and as well as the 2-legged kind. Well, sounds great. Well, we hope you have a great Valentine's Day here in Johnston City, and do your best to stay warm, and we will see you again next month.